This is showing nitrogen. What is wrong with nitrogen? It has got 5 electrons in the outer shell. 5 is not 8. So it's going to gain 3 electrons. Gaining 3 electrons means -3 charge. So 5 is becoming 8. 8 is number of happiness. It's octet rule. It's the stability. At the same time, do you see 8 and helium has 2? So we have got 10 electrons here. And 10 electron is configuration of noble gas neon. So N-3 has the stability of neon, which is a noble gas that makes it stable. And if I look at oxygen, do you see oxygen has got 6 electrons in the valence shell, and 6 is not 8. So oxygen only needs 2 electrons to have 8 electrons in the outer shell. And gain of 2 electrons gives a -2 charge. So again, the electron configuration of O -2 is similar to neon. Why neon? 6 plus 2 is 8, and 2 electrons in helium, that's 10. So do you see the reason that elements make ion by losing and gaining electron is to look like noble gas, to have the stability and happiness of noble gases. Let's look at fluorine. In the outmost shell, the valence shell, it has got 7 electrons. And in order to make 7 to 8, it needs 1 electron. And therefore, 1 electron has 1 negative charge. And now, again, 8 electrons in the outer shell, 2 electrons from helium. So this looks like neon. So all of these non-metal gained electron, they made a negatively charged atom. And why do they do that? They would like to have electron configuration just like noble gases, because noble gases are the outmost stability of any element. Noble gases do not react. They are happy. They're very stable. So if I ask you predict the charges for the following elements, sodium, what do you think? How would sodium make itself to have a noble gas configuration? How about losing 1 electron? Then it's going to look like neon, which is a noble gas. And loss of 1 electron is gain of 1 positive charge. Why? 1 electron has -1 charge. Loss is negative. So negative times -1 is +1. And what would calcium do? Do you see it has got 2 extra electrons to look like argon? So calcium is going to lose these electrons and is going to gain 2 positive charges. And its electron configuration is similar to the noble gas argon. That makes calcium stable. Calcium makes +2 ion. And aluminum, look at aluminum. What do you see? Do you see it has got 3 electrons, more than neon? And we know metals are going to lose electron. So it's going to lose those 3. Now it has electron configuration of neon, which is a noble gas that makes aluminum happy and stable. So atom lose electrons so that cation has noble gas outer electron shell. Why don't I write here metals? So instead of atom, I better say metals lose electron to become a cation, which has noble gas electron configuration. What if I ask you guys, what do you expect for hydrogen to do to become stable? What is the noble gas closest to hydrogen? Well, you know helium has got 2 electrons. Hydrogen has 1 electron. If hydrogen gain another electron, it's going to be having 2 electrons in the outer shell, 2 electrons in the only shell, which is first shelf. It looks like helium. It's going to be stable. Remember, we said nonmetals are gaining electrons. So gain of 1 electron adds 1 negative charge to hydrogen. So hydrogen, in its reaction, will try to make anion, negatively charged ion. How about fluorine? What's wrong with fluorine? Well, let's take a look at it. Do you see that this is 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 9. What if it gains 1 electron? It's going to have 10 electrons. In other words, if I change 2p5 to 2p6, this is electron configuration of neon, which is a noble gas. So fluorine makes F-1. That's an anion. And oxygen, how many electrons? Total electrons, 8. How many does it need to look like neon? Because neon has 10 electrons, right? So it needs to gain 2 electrons. So why don't I add 2 electrons? The charge is -2, and P4 is now converted to P6, and it looks like neon. It has electron configuration of neon. So that is the charge of oxygen. That makes oxygen happy. So oxygen makes -2 charge. It makes anion of 2 negative charges. And if I look at nitrogen, how many total electrons? 7. How many nitrogen needs to become like neon, which has got 10 electrons? 3 more. So nitrogen gains 3 electrons. It's N -3 because each electron has 1 negative charge. Look at number of electrons. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10. So again, this has gained the stability of a noble gas, neon. Is it fair to say, why don't I write here nonmetals? Can I say nonmetals gain electrons? So they look like a noble gas, and they make anion. Why? They are gaining electrons. Negatively charged ions are called anions. I hope this makes sense. Please make sure to come and see me if it does not. Okay, so guys, can I say sodium +1 look like neon, which has got 10 electrons? Aluminum +3 has got 10 electrons as well. 10 electrons. Fluorine makes F-. It has got 10 electrons as well. Oxygen -2 looks like neon. It has got 4 plus 2, 8, plus 2, 10. 10 electrons. N-3, the anion of nitrogen has got 10 electrons. It looks like neon. So we have a name for atoms which have same number of electrons. I meant ions. Ions which have got same number of electrons. We call them isoelectronic, and they all have same number of electrons as a noble gas, neon. So they are isoelectronic with neon. All right. So what neutral atom is isoelectric with hydrogen? Hydrogen anion. Well, the question is, hydrogen has 1 electron. Hydrogen -1 has gained 1 electron. So how many electrons? 2 electrons. So what neutral atom has got 2 electrons? It's a noble gas. Can you guess the noble gas which has got 2 electrons? Yes. The electron configuration is 1s2. And we know that is the same electron configuration as helium. I think this is a good point to stop. I'm going to continue on next video. Thank you, guys.